everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I wanted to do something like a little bit different because all I've seemed to be doing at the minute is sitting down and painting my face, which gets a bit boring. So I wanted to kind of jump on the bandwagon of the show me a picture of. So I asked over on my Instagram you guys to send in all of your questions. Well, all of you asked me a photo of, and I've literally got loads. I'm using an old iPhone, that's why it's green. So I guess I'm just gonna start. Where am I gonna start? I think I'm gonna start with my favourite one. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop them on screen somewhere here, maybe here. Who knows, depends on what my editing skills kind of say, because I'm not really too sure what I'm gonna do yet. So I'm gonna start off with I think my favourite one. So this is a show me a picture of decades. So I didn't really know if this meant like show me a picture of actual decades. Oh, and if you don't know, decades is actually where I work. So I work in a club. So I didn't know whether that meant show me a picture of actual decades or like my favourite decades memory. So that's what I've kind of done, because I don't think I've got any pictures of decades. So my favourite decades memory is this. That is like my favourite memory of decades. Like just, that is just decades down to a T. I love it. Every time I watch that video back, it just makes me feel really happy and really warm. And like, I just want to go back to work, basically. The next one that I have got is show me a picture of your best makeup moment. Now, this is probably like a more recent photo, and it's this one, and the reason being is because I'm not very adventurous with my makeup. Like, this is kind of like my comfort zone, and that's what I tend to kind of do on my face on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll just wear lashes and no eyeshadow, but like I've been doing like a little cut crease moment, and I'm pretty proud of it. So that's probably my favorite kind of makeup moment. And I just really like that picture as well, because the highlighter is just show me a picture of your favourite outfit. And the picture I picked for this one is, this was kind of like, oh, we were so excited to go out. I bought all of these like beautiful dresses from the, I think it was the Kourtney Kardashian collection on Pretty Little Thing. I must have bought like 12 of her dresses and like outfits and stuff like that. And I ended up wearing the most basic outfit. It was literally like a Topshop bandeau top, and I think my skirt was from River Island, and we had the night out in Essex. But I think that's like my favourite outfit. I never really like colour coordinate my bag to my top, and I think I did a really good job. So I think that's probably my favourite outfit. And it really makes me want to get my dark hair back as well. Like, I think orange with dark hair just looks really nice. Show me a picture of baby Sinead. Baby Sinead. Where is it? Literally have a million photos on my camera roll. I know the exact photo that I want to show, but for some reason I didn't save it. It's basically a picture of me being a fat kid and eating. Oh, actually, I've just gone past one picture. I'm not a baby, but can we just appreciate the swag? Oh my God, I found it. So I must have been about 2 or 3 maybe. I don't know, how big are you when you're 2 or 3? I think I'm about 2 or 3. And my mum took me to Barney Berserk, which was like the soft play area. And it was a lit place to be. And basically this photo just sums me up as a person, because I'm just eating chicken nuggies. And I think that's my favourite photo of me as a baby. I wish that they did like soft play areas for adults, or is that already a thing? Because if that is, I don't understand why I've not been to one. Send shivers down my spine, my body's aching on. Trying to get back down to the bottom. Show me a picture of your first celebrity crush. Now, I mean, the first one was obviously Peter Pan in the film Peter Pan. What a salt. But if we're talking like actual like celebrity crush, Duncan James is a god. It's such a shame he bats for the other team because what assault. He was my background on my phone for about 3 years. Yeah, I'm that girl. Yeah, I really am. Show me a picture of you at your first festival or gig. So the first ever I don't think, what would you class as like a gig? I don't think I've ever been to a gig. I don't think. But the first festival I ever went to was V-Fest, and it was just the funniest thing ever. So I went with my 2 friends, Abby and Bronte, and they'd been to a festival before, whereas I hadn't. And we got there, and it just pissed it down with rain the second we got there. Went to put the tent up, and realised that we'd forgot the tent poles. Or maybe they were broken. They were either broken or we'd forgot them. But either way, we didn't have tent poles. So we'd like, what we did was we bought a pop-up tent to put inside our tent to try and lift it up a little bit. We were like a V Festival landmark because everyone knew where their tent was based off of ours. Everyone would be like, oh, where's your tent? Oh, it's just past the broken tent. Yeah. So that was kind of my experience at V-Fest, but the photos that I've picked is, we've got this one where we've got a ball sack on my head, and couldn't not put this one in, but of course we bumped into Rachel Leary. Sinead cried a little bit, got a little bit gassed. But yeah, that was my first festival. And I can say, I don't think I'll ever go to a camping festival ever again. It just wasn't enjoyable. Like, I didn't enjoy that one bit. Show me a picture of you on holiday. Holiday. I'm gonna go with this one. So this was the first day that we were in Magaluf, and I took a walk down early on in the day, and I've seen a pretty tree, so I made my friend walk down with me later on that day and take cute pics. And I think that's my favourite photo from the actual holiday because I just feel really pretty. Had a really pretty bikini on as well. Oh, and then we've got this one from Magaluf as well. So I'm literally just on a flamingo, and I think that's one of my favourite photos. I think I've reposted on my Instagram like 6 times. Show me a picture of you at your lowest. This one's quite a shitty one, to be honest with you. This was towards the end of the first lockdown, and I think everything was just getting a bit too much, to be honest with you. And like being inside, obviously the first lockdown as well, it's kind of currently how we are now. So like nothing was open. Like you could literally only go to like Morrison's or Tesco or Asda, and that was it. Like nowhere else was open. There was nothing to do. So yeah, I look a bit sad, but then obviously I had to make a laugh out of the whole situation. So I put on this. I look like Georgia Rush. She dyed her hair, pissed off Robbie and tells him she's moving to New Zealand. If you don't know that film, get in the bin. Show me a picture of you at your happiest. Now this is cute. Oh, the photo I've picked for this is a picture where I am in Ibiza with my friend Kirsty. And the reason why I've picked this picture is because I think the reason why is because I just kind of let my hair down and didn't really care about anything. Like, I think for once, I just kind of cared about myself, and that made me really happy and strong as a person. So I think that's probably me at my happiest. And I also picked this one as well. And the reason why I picked this one is this was shortly after I got back from Ibiza, and this sounds a bit awful, but it was not long after my granddad passed away. And I kind of like, I had like a really kind of shitty couple of weeks / month. And my granddad passed away, my boyfriend dumped me, and then my manager sacked me. So it was kind of a lot to go on in like 1 month. But again, it made me a lot more of a stronger person, and I kind of come out of that on top rather than cry about it. So I'd probably say that this was when I was fully at my happiest. Like, I felt comfortable going out without any makeup on. I just cared about myself, and that was it. And you know, looking after yourself is really important. So I guess that's when I was probably at the happiest in myself. I think it really does take like a shit situation to make you happy though. Like I do. Show me a picture of Northampton Academy days. So that is the school that I went to do my sixth form. I just choked on my own life. Why? So Northampton Academy is the school that I went to do my sixth form. I had a bit of a rocky journey actually with sixth form and stuff like that. So I wanted to do music and study music and stuff like that. So I went to college to study musical theatre. And that was probably the worst thing I ever did in my life. Like, they said it wasn't dance based, and I explained that I'd never danced before. And they said, no, it wasn't dance based. Yeah, we teach you all the basic dances, like when you're here. That was a lie. That was an absolute lie. It was a lot of dance and it was a lot of stress. And then when we came to show term, it just got too much. So I left college and I went back to the school that I went to throughout the whole of secondary school. And I was probably there for about 3 weeks. And we had like our 3-week review thing with the head of the sixth form. And he told me that I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in the school of like 1,000 people. So that day I rang up Northampton Academy, which my best friend went to. So anyway, that was completely off on a tangent. That's the school that I went and done my A-levels. And I was a bit of a dropout, I'm not gonna lie. So the picture that I've picked there, I didn't actually have any pictures from actually being in school. So I've chosen a picture from our Leavers prom type thing. So we had our Leavers prom at Sedgwick Hall, and we just got loads of pictures by the just a lorry going by. What are those like built-in gazebo-y type things? We had loads of pictures like by them. So that's the picture I picked there. And then I've also picked this one. And like you can see the whole squad. There's my friend. So yeah, they're the ones from Academy. Show me a picture of you singing. So I didn't know, again, whether this meant just singing in general or if this was, obviously I was in a choir for the majority of my life. So I've picked 2. So I've picked this one, and I used to work for a photography studio, and it wasn't like a photography, it was like a photography workshop thing. So they would have like a live model so that the people doing the workshop could practice lighting and taking photos on a moving model, that kind of stuff. So I was the live model. So what they would do, we'd do like loads of different things. So like me still, so they could do like lighting and stuff. And then we'd do like action shots. So because I could sing, they'd get me to sing and then they'd take photos. So I picked this one from the shoot. I was about 18 here, so please ignore the extensions we got going on. Like fucking long ass nails, Jesus. Belly button cute though. So I've picked that one, and then I've picked this photo that's probably from 2008 of me singing in the choir. I'm actually cute. Look at my little button nose. Someone just put, "Oh, bitch, I'm a ghost" in the comment section. Show me something that you're proud of. It's gonna have to be my baby girl, Ruby. Ruby is my doggo. Doggo, do you know what, right? I never say doggo until I'm filming one of these videos, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, my doggo. My dog, she's a dog. So I'm probably more like proud of her, because when I got her, she was a little shit. She would make a mess all in the apartment. She would bark at anyone and everything, and I don't know whether that's something that's from her past owners or I don't know, but she was really funny around people. And once she'd kind of like warmed to me, she was fine with me, but everyone else, whether that be people that she'd see every day. Like I had a flatmate, and she, every time he'd walk through the door, she'd just go absolutely ballistic. But she's just not like that anymore. She's just the loveliest, nicest, happiest dog. So I think I'm more proud of Rubes, because she's just, I love her. She's so small. Show me a photo of you at your blondest. Now, this photo was literally taken 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I don't know whether it's like the filter, because I haven't changed. I've got hiccups. Yeah, so I haven't changed my hair colour since then, so I don't know whether it was just the lighting in this photo, but to be fair, I do think now is my lightest since I was, how old was I in 2010? 15? 14? I went through a stage in school and I went like bleach blonde, and it was just not a good look, to the point where I don't have any photos of that because it's actually just really embarrassing to look back on. So I've picked this photo that's literally like a couple of photos down on my Instagram, but I look so blonde. Like, I mean, in comparison to like my dark hair, but that's crazy. Someone's put, show me a picture of you naked. No, show me a picture of your left toe. Whatever you're into, only if you're gonna pay me 500 quid. And I think the most asked question, now I don't know where you've got that I'm a big pisshead from, but the most asked question is, show me a picture of you drunk, show me a picture of you at your most drunk, show me you at the drunkest, show me you hungover. I don't drink often. No, so this was probably the hardest one to pick something for. I just want to wait for that lorry to go by. I'm doing a bloody fucking video. I have a lot of drunk. I'm not a very good drunk, to be honest with you. Especially if I drink vodka. It's just, it starts up here, you know, you look 10 out of 10. And honestly, just, yeah. So me at my drunkest is every time I go out. But one night kind of sticks in my head, and I was going to be working that night at the club. But I asked my boss, I was like, do you actually need me in tonight? Because all the girls are going out and I wanna have a drink. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was St. Patrick's Day. We all had like the little bobbly ear things on, and we were all like dressed up. And whenever I would like go out, my boss would always sort us out like a table. So like, we'd have like a couple of bottles, and because there was quite a lot of us that would always come out, like we'd get really like looked after and stuff. So Viva's where we started off our night, and then there's like another place called Elysium, which everyone, it's like the last place open, so it's just, I ended up there, probably got in at 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is kind of where I woke up at.
Such a good drunk person, like I even put a fucking bag next to my bed just in case I was sick. I'm a queen. I have a queen.
I don't even have any words for myself because I'd slept. So God knows what I actually was like while I was out. Like the poor postman, when he came to the house, I told him I loved him. I don't love him. I don't love the postman. So
Such a good drunk person, like I.
why is that still playing? Oh, show me a picture of your favourite drink. I don't really have a favourite drink. Like, it depends on where I am and what I'm doing and who I'm with, I guess. Like, if I go out for dinner, it'll either be a gin and lemonade or a glass of wine. If I'm out, it'll be like a blue VK. If I'm like in a bar, it'll be like a porn star martini or a gin and lemonade. And if I'm at a pub, it'll be a dark fruits. So I don't really have a favourite drink, but if I had to pick, it would probably be like a fruity gin and lemonade. Maybe like raspberry. Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the video. They are all of the kind of questions and stuff that I could find pictures for that were appropriate, I guess. So let me know down below if you like these kind of videos, if you have any ideas for any other videos you'd like to see. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.